Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Defender of Comics, and we are going to get into headlines. I'm Coach.
And I'm Ace.
So we are going to dive right in when we get into the headlines, and I want to talk about some of the CW stuff, even though, let's be honest, CW is sort of been a little dicey. But there's hope.
There is some hope, I think.
And that hope is...
Superman, the greatest superhero ever, and my personal favorite. So, I was excited to see this. So, they released the new trailer this week for Superman and Lois, which will premiere February 23rd.
And I would highly advise, if people are a little sketchy on the CW, I think you should go watch the trailer. Because I think the trailer, if it's anything like the trailer, I think it's a good job.
Yeah, I think it looks really cinematic and looks also like they're putting some money into this show, which, in my opinion, if you're going to do Superman, please put some money into it and make it good.
Yeah.
So I have high hopes for this, and I think they are, WB putting money into this, specifically for them to be put on HBO Max later. So I think they're trying to make these shows higher quality because, as we know, some of the CW shows over the last few years have...
Do you think HBO Max has maybe put in a little money?
I think so. I definitely do.
Okay.
I really do. I think Stargirl, if anyone hasn't seen that one, please check it out. It has a higher budget too. So I agree. I hope that's the case.
All right. So the next one we are going to go to is the steady one, and that's Flash.
Flash is coming too. Flash is at season 7 now, I think. And
I personally liked Arrow better. I'm not saying anything about Flash because I like Flash too, but being a Batman fan and Arrow, they're sort of a little bit similar.
Pretty similar.
So
Green Arrow was the Batman of the Arrowverse. So But Flash is coming a week after. So what would that be? March?
The end of April.
Yeah. Flash will be a week after Superman and Lois. Like I said, Superman and Lois has a 2-hour premiere.
Wow.
They bumped the Flash premiere a week, and then it'll be on the same nights, Superman and Lois and Flash. So pretty cool.
And then I don't know a whole lot about this one.
Yeah, Black Lightning. It's season 4. It's going to be the final season. It's a pretty decent show. It varies in quality. Some episodes are actually surprisingly good, and some are pretty atrocious. So it's a mixed bag. But the final season is going to debut in February as well. That one may be actually February 8th. So there's also a spinoff called Painkiller that's supposed to come from Black Lightning's final season. So we'll see.
Okay, so if you remembered last week, there were some tweets going out about, is Captain America coming back? And then you had some tweets coming back out that saying Chris Evans was like, it's news to me. I don't have any idea. Now there's speculation of what maybe kind of Cap it might be.
Yeah, so there's a rumor, and please remember this is a rumor, but it's a legitimate source. The idea is they have 3 ideas floating around. We don't know what one of them is, but the other 2, one of them being Hydra Cap. So
I think that looks really cool.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Would Chris Evans come back and play an evil Hydra Cap version of Captain America, and he crosses over in some of this multiverse madness that's going to be happening in Doctor Strange 2? Maybe, yeah.
So maybe it's not the old Cap that we're going to see, or the Cap going back and putting the stones and all that. It's going to be...
It could be.
That's interesting.
Now, this is the one that kind of has me excited. I personally would love to see this. Maybe a Disney Plus show that goes back with Steve in World War II and introduces Logan, Wolverine.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, as we know, Logan's been around forever. We could meet the Marvel MCU version of Logan while he interacts with Cap and they take on Hydra, the Nazis, what have you. So,
as a comic fan, do you want to see this more of a Logan? The yellow and that kind of stuff? Or...
Oh, yeah. Now... my personal preference is the brown and khaki colored costume that he has.
Yes. Okay.
But and I'm confident Feige and Marvel will, whoever they cast as Logan, they will put him in the iconic Wolverine suit finally, because we've
awesome.
never seen it. As great as Hugh Jackman is.
Oh, he was awesome.
A superb Wolverine. Love him. But I would have loved to have seen the classic look too. So I think it's coming.
Okay. Now we're going to go to some movie news. And officially starting to film.
Yeah, Thor Love and Thunder kicked off filming in Australia or New Zealand, one of the two. Yeah, it's filming now. There's even some set video footage out there if you want to look into that. But yeah, they kicked off filming, so that's exciting.
And I think everybody has heard, but it makes me a little sad being a Batman fan.
Mm-hmm.
But I think everybody has heard who the main villain's going to be.
Yeah, it's Christian Bale. A lot of people's favorite Batman.
Good with Batman.
Yeah, it might be hard for some people to see him play a bad guy, but he's going to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
So this character's called Gore the God Butcher. In the books, he is an alien who gets mad at whatever gods his planet worshipped, and he goes and kills them. And he goes and gets their power, and he goes on a manhunt throughout the universe, killing various gods from every planet he can find. And he finally goes after the Norse gods, so and Asgard, what's left of Asgard.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a pretty cool storyline, and I think
he'll be good.
I think he'll be really
He'll
good.
be really good. He dives into every character he's ever been.
I think so too.
All right, so there is a little more drama going on in the world. Unfortunately, trending again on Twitter is Gina Carano. And I don't know if you've heard, there was a tweet that was sent out, and it was basically erasing her from the poster.
Yeah, there's a Mandalorian poster that an artist...
I'm blocking your face every time.
Hey! That the artist did, and yeah, I guess there was video footage of him showing that he was asked to...
He actually video showed it being erased.
Yeah, erasing Gina Carano's character and replacing her with Ahsoka Tano, who is an amazing character. I love Ahsoka, but yeah, that's unfortunate.
And if you all don't know what our TikTok is Defenders of Comics, just like this. And we put some of information on this, and it's really, the comments are going, and there's some hatred comments, there's some political comments. But I think the whole point that they were missing was they were saying, and I'm going to say the name wrong, say it again, the one they replaced her with.
Oh, Ahsoka Tano. They
say that character is more important and a bigger... I agree, the storyline with Star Wars, that character is a very important story. But a story with the Mandalorian, I believe... the Gina Carano storyline is more important.
Yeah, I mean, she is more relevant to the Mandalorian. Yeah. Ahsoka Tano, as we know, is going to get her own Disney Plus show.
Yeah.
So
why on the poster?
Right. I don't know why you would put her on the poster at this point. Again, amazing character, but she is going to be in her own show. So why you would want to remove Gina Carano is beyond me. But, you know, the Twitter mob is in full force for Gina Carano. They want her canceled, and they're doing everything they can. And I think, in my opinion, there's a few people within Lucasfilm who want her gone, while there's others that are trying to keep her.
I really think with this next push that I unfortunately think she is going to be gone.
Yeah, she seems to continue to stand up for her beliefs by not saying anything, just not caving into whatever Twitter demands. And by not doing that, while admirable... it may cost her her job.
I hope feel bad because she was so good in it.
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong, but you're right. She's great.
All right, so the next thing is up your alley, is so far over my head.
Well, we're going to talk about some comics this week. We got to talk about comics. We're defenders of comics, right? So we're going to talk about something that is not Marvel or DC.
What?
Yeah, what?
What's that?
Whoa, grab on. So yeah, Image Comics. And if you read comics at all, you've probably heard of Image Comics. Back in the early 90s, the biggest superstars from Marvel left the company, and they started their own company. It was a huge deal. Each creator sold probably 1 million comics of each of their titles. The biggest one still around, Todd McFarlane's Spawn.
That's so good.
Yeah, Spawn is still, most people still know Spawn. Rob Liefeld, who created Deadpool, did his book called Youngblood. We had Eric Larson, who drew Spider-Man and Doom Patrol for DC, left and created Savage Dragon. Mark Silvestri, who was huge X-Men artist, created Cyberforce. And then the great Jim Lee, who is now a bigwig at DC Comics, created Wildcats. And so all these characters were introduced in the early 90s, and most of them are still around today. So, having said that, most of those creators left Image Comics and they do their own thing now. Image Comics still survives. And Image Comics is looking at relaunching another superhero universe.
A whole new universe.
A whole new universe. I don't know if they'll use any of those characters because most of them are with the creators, and those creators have went away or working for someone else. So the first book to launch this new shared universe with Image Comics is Radiant Black. So if we have a picture of that, it's a really cool book. If you can check it out,
go ahead.
It is amazing. So Image at this time is looking at getting as many creators that are red hot with Marvel and DC over to them. Now, what I think is going to happen is that they're not going to leave Marvel and DC, but they're going to do this on the side. And we've got Kyle Higgins, who is writing Radiant Black. He's really popular right now. We've got Donny Cates, who is red hot writer for Marvel and Venom and Thor. And we have the great, magnificent Jeff Johns, who has written Green Lantern, Flash, Superman, everything you can imagine with DC. And he has been brought over to Image as well. They're all doing projects for Image. And Radiant Black by Kyle Higgins is the first comic to come out. And the rumor is that, yes, there's going to be a new shared universe. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see what some of these other creators come up with as far as characters. I think it's going to be super exciting. So be on the lookout for that in 2021, and then the announcement of more titles to come. And these days, it's a lot different than it was in 92. These days, these kind of properties that are owned by creators like this,
it's getting bigger and bigger.
It's getting bigger and bigger. And when they own these characters, their goal is to also try to get a movie or TV show going, because then they get the benefits.
Are they hoping to get like with Netflix or Amazon or something like that?
Anything like that. Yeah, I think so. You've got HBO Max and Disney Plus with the Marvel DC. These other streaming services are probably chomping at the bit to get IP. Wow. So they want that, and these creators again are red hot. If they come up with stuff that's exciting, I think it could explode pretty quickly over overall media.
That's pretty awesome.
So we'll see what happens. Be on the lookout for that, though.
And that is going to be it for headlines. And again, if you like what you're seeing, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit the alert so you know if we're on or not. But I appreciate y'all, and have a good one.
Hey, thanks, guys.